Stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
My special guest each year at this time is Craig Roberts, good friend of mine. We've been friends for years, and Craig has the longest running radio show, conservative radio show in the state of California, real pro, KFAX, 1100 KFAX, and he's been a good friend for a long time, and we share a lot of a lot of history together. And at this time of the year, it's a joy to have him on. Craig, welcome aboard, man. So happy to have you back. It seems like I just was talking to you 10 minutes ago. It's been a year.
It's amazing how time flies, but what an amazing year it has been. And, Phil, can you imagine? God. We're sitting here witnessing the second longest bull run in history. We're privileged to live during these times.
I keep telling my gang, don't question it. Just keep going with it. Just like
enjoy it.
Riding a bull. Yeah, just go, hold on, and keep going. And I mean, I've been doing this a long time. This is the first time in all my years I've been doing this. You can't tell what a good stock is, because the beautiful thing about the stock market, you get corrections, 3%, 5%, 10%. And you always, every month you get at least a 3% correction. Then you can identify out of the stocks you trade, which is your best stocks. They have relative strength that are stronger than all the other stocks. You can't do that anymore. Now you got to be buying the stocks that are breaking out to new highs. And every time we call them power stocks. We even gave them a name now, power stocks. We just follow the momentum. And thank God we built charts and designed charts so that we're not going to get caught. If the market goes down or it's going to correct, we know well in advance. We have our MV2 chart, which we designed, took years to design, which just follows the information of the cash flow coming in from hedge funds and mutual funds and 401ks, and it follows it. And the chart will tell us in advance if there's something wrong so that we can get out before it crashes, before there's an event. And it couldn't be better timing, because this market right now, it's all stock buybacks. And now with this new tax plan, when President Trump, he turned around and said that he's trying to say that this stock market is the economy. I've never heard any president say that they want to own the stock market. Because with the thrill of victory, you also get the defeat of Agnew when it goes the other way.
Yeah, that's very true. But, the irony is so many have been trying to sort of rain on this parade, not only since the election of Trump in January, but even just based on traditional thinking that historically bull runs don't last this long, that usually some kind of a market correction comes in, be it a geopolitical event or some sort of mishandling on Wall Street. We have yet to see that happen, and we continue to break records, which is absolutely amazing. And I think, as you're pointing out, Phil, utilizing charting is really the only accurate way to get a handle on where this market may be headed, both short-term and long-term, because let's face it, all of the traditional philosophy and thinking in terms of, market timings and events and cycles and things of that sort, none of this is playing into the hands of what's happened historically, which I think to some degrees is frustrating a lot of the traditional investment counselors on Wall Street, the old-fashioned stockbroker, because they've got no benchmarks here historically to look at unless you go back to 1929.
Well, what's amazing is you bring up a very good point, because you take the analysts, they'll analyze a stock and say, here it's going to be in a year. We've already reached it. We're beyond what they're analyzing. Stocks have already reached what they analyzed. It's not supposed to happen for a year because of this tremendous momentum and this tremendous stock buybacks. The other problem is that we have too few stocks holding up the breath is so bad. We got 4 stocks, the FANG stocks, and if you add Google to that and Apple, if you take the profits of the S&P 500 companies, around $6 trillion, they control about 45. These 4 stocks, never mind the 5. The 4 stocks control about 45% of that profit. That's just 4 stocks.
Isn't that absolutely amazing? In fact, I commented to one of the listeners on my program in the last couple of weeks. I said, we often refer to the Dow 30, and the irony is when you look at some of those key overperforming stocks and what's added all this buoyancy to the market since January, you could almost call it the Dow 5 and get away with it.
Yeah, and that's very dangerous breath. And the problem is the complacency. When you go look at the VIX index, our fear meter, there's no fear anywhere. And this is where people really get caught. But the smart trader using charts, he can ride this no matter what his opinion is of the economy, the stock. I mean, I put my opinion on every day, and I tell him that I think the tax cut, as far as I'm looking at it, the comments that Mnuchin's making and the comments that Cohen's making, that this thing is going to cure cancer, it's going to do everything. When you look back to Reagan, you remember Reagan, you remember Baby Bush when he did their play, and they did their tax holidays, begging them to bring their money back to this country, and they thought, oh boy, we'll drop the tax rate down to 10% and they'll invest, and they didn't. So I'm for this whole tax cut, just the way it is. All I wished is they put a mandate in that said, you only get the tax cut, GE or whoever you are, Apple's a good one, if you get your rate cut from 35% to 21%, and I'm going to cut your tax on the money you got over Europe, bring it back, repatriation to 15%. But if you don't invest it, you don't get it. You do not get the tax rate.
Well, and the challenge here, I think, too, Phil, is that this party does not like mandates. They demonstrated that by removing the health care mandate out of Obamacare, which, by the way, I think that was a smart thing to do.
Oh,
but that said, you're right. I mean, there should have at least been a little bit of give and take. I mean, look, at the end of the day, the average taxpayer out there got some goodies, at the same token had to give up some goodies, lost some of its deductions, and yet on the corporate side of things, they didn't take away any deductions, but they did give a significant tax decrease. So at the very least, considering some kind of a motivator in it that said, and you win the prize, provided, however, you have to pay the entry fee, and in this case, the entry fee is they have to be compelled to bring the money back in. That is a flaw, and I think part of it was just the rush to get this thing done before December. Trump needed this victory to at least say, hey, in the first year, we did pull something major out. He succeeded in doing it, but, it's kind of like the rush to get the health care bill passed several years ago. Pass it, then we'll figure out what's in it, and then we realize, we missed a few things.
It was 42 days. I think that's how long it took to really put this thing done and get it together and get it passed, about 42 days. Well,
here's an irony in comparison. The last major tax overhaul done during the Reagan administration, about 1986, they had 33 days of hearings before the House Ways and Means Committee alone. That bill was not weeks in the making. It was months in the making. More than 200 people came before Congress to testify one way or the other before the final decision made. But, the difference then, too, Phil, we had a sense of bipartisanship, and you could get Democrats and Republicans to come together. The difference here is, the other side's going to say no to everything, so what's the point in slowing it down? Because it's not going to get you anywhere.
Think about it. How can a bill be good? I mean, if you take the Obamacare, it was all one side. It was Democrats. And look what happened to that bill. It was a terrible bill. And even on this bill, when you only have one party participating, how's that good for the country?
Well, I think at the end of the day, that's exactly what it's being used as, is a weapon. So suddenly now we've moved past, hey, at the end of the day, we set aside our partisan bickering and come together for a compromise for the good of the nation. Instead, we say, hey, if you're not willing to bend to our viewpoint, we're going to go ahead and ramrod the thing through because we have the votes to do it. And sadly, then, the next election cycle, it becomes the weapon the other party uses.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. From all of us at philsgang.com, we want to wish everyone a happy, prosperous new year.
Why don't you join my gang right now and do the new program I put in place just for you? People say, I just want to make money. I don't have time to do anything. You just go to my homepage, philsgang.com, and it says MV2 videos. And there's 3 videos I do during the day. We have it in the morning, in midday, and then in the afternoon, and we keep updating them so you always know what to do.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Would you pay $39.95 a month to have financial peace of mind? Well, let me ask, have you ever wanted to trade stocks but didn't know where to turn? For only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com, Phil Grandy teaches his online subscribing members how to buy, sell, and short stocks. Yes, folks, short the stocks and take profits. There's no books, no newsletters, no useless fundamentals, only straight technical analysis with the #1 stock chartist in the country. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Got your New Year's resolutions ready to go?
Well, kinda. No.
Well, why not start investing in the stock market with Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team? Join me and thousands of investors who get complete access to all of Phil's Gang's most powerful tools, videos, and investing programs.
Tell me more.
If you're interested in short-term investing or long-term investing, then philsgang.com has a stock investing program for you.
I like that. But my time is very limited.
I understand. Short on time? No problem. With the Phil's MV2 video stocks, you can follow MV2, short for Max Best Stock Chart, right along with Phil's daily investment recommendations with quick, easy-to-understand videos. It only takes a few minutes a day. You should start the new year off right and make the extra income you've always dreamed of with philsgang.com. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Would you pay $39.95 a month to have financial peace of mind? Well, let me ask, have you ever wanted to trade stocks but didn't know where to turn? For only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com, Phil Grandy teaches his online subscribing members how to buy, sell, and short stocks. Yes, folks, short the stocks and take profits. There's no books, no newsletters, no useless fundamentals, only straight technical analysis with the #1 stock chartist in the country. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264.
St. Jude helps save kids with cancer everywhere.
I'm from Florida. I'm from Illinois. Where are you from?
I don't remember. I was a baby when I was born.
Donate now at stjude.org or shop where you see the St. Jude logo.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang as I continue my conversation with my special guest, Craig Roberts. Like, take California. You live in California. Now you have a cap on what you can deduct from your mortgage, right?
We do indeed, and there's a little bit
of
of
a low
sense.
cap, isn't it?
It is a low cap, particularly when you consider, the amount of money we pay. Some of the highest sales tax rates in the nation, 10% on average across the state. You're looking at some of the highest income tax rates anywhere in the country. And so, there's pain to that. There's also some pain to the cap on the mortgage interest deduction because, let's face it, California, I'm sitting here in Silicon Valley where the median price of a home is $1,162,000, and that's for 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, ranch home, 1,800 to 2,000 square feet, and a property line that's probably 100 feet wide by 75 feet deep. It's nothing compared to some other parts of the country. Now, when you cap that at $750,000, that's going to be painful, and I think there's going to be some sense that the two coasts that have some of the highest local tax rates, California, New York, certainly Connecticut, we're not going to fare as well under all this bill, unfortunately.
How do Corcoran? I'm not taking his. I'm just not buying it to a story. He said that with the 20% deduction from your income that comes from your company that you put on your personal tax return, he says, and he's a big real estate guy, and his is all passive income, and this whole 20% in the beginning was supposed to be directed towards non-passive businesses that have payrolls and lights and electricity turned on and all that, and then they tweaked it. All of a sudden he's saying no. Because it's too big of a deficit, and all of a sudden he gets and he goes, okay, it's a yes now. Oh, I didn't know they put in the bill that I can now run through my, I can take advantage of the pass-through, my real estate trust, even though I'm not buying into a story. He knew nothing about it. What's your take on that?
I don't think that's the case at all. I can't believe that they're that ignorant. I mean, again, these bills end up having so much added to them in committee and conference and so on and so forth that they do, suddenly the 200-page bill becomes an 800-page bill. I don't buy altogether that he wasn't aware of the pass-through provision. And I think what you're going to probably wind up seeing after the first of the year, people get through the holidays. Now we're looking at the new tax season, the new tax year, the new tax code. They're probably going to sit down with CPAs and figure out ways to work around it. I would suspect, particularly for California real estate, investors out here are going to suddenly say, hey, we're going to have to create some C Corps and shelter the money that way because of the additional exposure.
My special guest each year at this time over the holidays, and thank God we can say Christmas again, is Craig Roberts of KFAX, my good friend, who has the longest-running conservative show in California. He's now 140 years old. He looks great.
Yeah, well preserved. More makeup, please.
How you were there with Lincoln? How did his tax bill go?
Yes, and I actually watched Washington cross the Delaware as a child.
I know. There is some good in this tax bill, and if you could put all the rhetoric aside and you just could be honest and come out and say, we hope this works. We really don't know if corporations are really going to. Look, I ran a public company. You don't make decisions to add people or to buy machinery just because your tax rate goes down. If I have a product, if I see demand is coming up for my product because the economy is growing, then I do that. But to sit back and add people and increase wages and the demand for my product isn't any more than it was last year because my sales aren't anymore. I mean, why would I add people on? I guess my point is, why don't they just be truthful? So this is the best we could do, and we're going to try to help the students. We're trying to do everything, but in the end, we're going to be awful truthful and say it really does favor the wealthy guy.
And at the end of the day, it's been 30 years since we've seen a aggressive tax overhaul. And You're right. Truth be told, just because you get a tax reduction doesn't say you're going to go out and say, let's open up 2 more factories tomorrow. Exactly. But I think the hidden benefits will be, number one, stockholders, investors, they'll see their dividend checks come up as the repatriation of the dollars takes place. The other thing, too, is it's often said, the old adage, corporations don't pay taxes, customers pay tax. If a corporation now says that our tax exposure is significantly less than what it used to be, going from 35 to 20, but now they're not going to be motivated to pass all of that through, so you might see some easing of prices, which it'll be interesting to see how all of this ends up playing against the Fed move. As we know here a couple of weeks ago, they made, I think, something like the third increase in the overnight lending rate since the beginning of the year. Of course, ongoing concerns about what's going to happen with inflation, overheating of wages, things of this sort. It'll be interesting to see how all this plays together. We might actually see a bit of an easing of inflation if corporations are at least kind enough to not pass on further tax increases, since this is actually a tax decrease for them. So I think at the end that there is a little bit of a hidden benefit there. Number one, first and foremost, certainly to stockholders, but I think then overall the country benefits.
I wish they did more for the small business, because the small business is the one who really creates the economy. I mean, if you think about government doesn't create economy, governments don't create jobs, and the big corporations, they're not the entrepreneur. I mean, there's more, you get more patents from the small business than you do from the large business. I mean, it's the small business, the startup business. They're the ones that are the engine. They're the engine for the whole economy. They're the engine to build a strong middle class. I just don't like the fact that they should have just said, look, let's give the small business, let's first of all make them permanent, these tax cuts. Let's bring it down to the same rate of 21%, because they create more jobs. They create more products. They're the ones. So I was really disappointed.
Percentage of small businesses to the U.S. economy, 99.7% of U.S. employer firms are considered small business. Wow. They create 64% of the new private sector jobs, and that's pretty significant. When you think about that, the motivation to help the little guy really should have been more apparent in the passing of this tax revitalization bill.
Stay tuned. I'll be right back with my special guest, Craig Roberts.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Here is the number that you need, to make a difference in your financial life. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. It's $39.95. Join the gang, and why don't you start out with our program that's so successful, it's incredible. It's for people who say, I don't want to do anything, I just want to make money. I don't want to learn because I don't have time. And that's what this program's about. Every day I do a video, and I redo the videos all during the day, 24 hours a day. We redo the videos. For example, we bought gold when our chart, our MV2 chart, it showed us the institution buyers were coming in and buying gold, AU. It went up over 10%. It showed the institutional investors were getting out, and we got out. And guess what? It pulled all the way back. If you stayed in, you would have lost all the gains.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software, I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. You love the Phil's Gang radio show and Phil's commentary? Then you should check out the Phil's Gang website and view our free material. Join Phil's Gang for only $39.95 a month. If you're a seasoned investor or know nothing about investing in the stock market, but are interested in generating extra income or securing your financial future, go to philsgang.com and get daily live investing webinars up to the minute market data, alerts, investing guidance, and stock recommendations. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com today. You love the Phil's Gang radio show and Phil's commentary? Then you should check out the Phil's Gang website and view our free material. Join Phil's Gang for only $39.95 a month. If you're a seasoned investor or know nothing about investing in the stock market, but are interested in generating extra income or securing your financial future, go to philsgang.com and get daily live investing webinars up to the minute market data, alerts, investing guidance, and stock recommendations. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com today.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. This is a wonderful season. Please have a Merry Christmas, and don't forget to remember St. Jude Hospital.
And I really mean this sincerely. We've done a lot together, such amazing partners to us, and just promoting it and letting me come on. It's all part of the giving spirit to help kids around the country. And I know, as grateful as I am, I know how grateful the moms and dads are. So we can't thank you enough for giving us the time. You've always been a great supporter of ours.
Would you pay $39.95 a month to have financial peace of mind? Well, let me ask, have you ever wanted to trade stocks but didn't know where to turn? For only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com, Phil Grandy teaches his online subscribing members how to buy, sell, and short stocks. Yes, folks, short the stocks and take profits. There's no books, no newsletters, no useless fundamentals, only straight technical analysis with the #1 stock chartist in the country. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Become a philsgang.com member today and start making profits in the stock market with Phil's investing programs and video stock picks. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Again, I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year as I continue my conversation with Craig Roberts. I think for the little guy to say, your tax cut's not permanent. What? I don't outsource people. I hire people. I keep people. When things are tough, I don't take a wage so I can pay my employees. You know, all the little things that business owners do to suffer.
Well, there's always that feeling, too, when they kick the can down the road and say, we're going to put all these tax cuts in, but they're going to expire. That's saying, okay, 4 Congresses from now, you're going to have a problem. And you also wonder if it's kind of a backhanded acknowledgement that while we are reducing taxes, we're also increasing the federal deficit. And so, it's a little bit of, I think, of a tipping of their hand that there's an admission here that while there's some benefit short-term to the economy, let's face it, future generations, somebody at some point is going to have to turn back and say, wow, in the Reagan years, we had $4 trillion debt, and in 30 years, we increased that 5 times over, and now we're facing $25 trillion in debt. If all those notes ever come due, good luck.
And the consequences goes to the young guy. Older guys like me and you, well, not you, you're way behind old now, but older guys
ancient,
like me.
Phil, ancient. But you're right. We won't.
We're shifting it to the young guy.
We absolutely are. We're not going to pay that price. It's going to be future generations. I mean, this is why we're constantly telling people, look, you need to be as aggressive as you can be when it comes to retirement savings and investing in your financial future. I mean, set aside for a moment hyperinflation, which has been the watchword behind the whole healthcare industry in America for the last many years. I mean, I don't know if there's been a year in the last decade when medical inflation wasn't running 15, sometimes 20%. That said, you begin to look at those expenses and then the downward pressure on Social Security as we have this ongoing shift. The baby boomers are retiring. By the time we're all done, 80 million people collecting Social Security checks. And if you're not adding significantly to the job market, and I know even this administration loves to brag about how low the unemployment numbers are, but the question remains, what kind of jobs are being created? Are these jobs that are providing health care, long-term benefits for retirement, and the ability for somebody to actually realize the American dream by buying a home? That's certainly becoming more and more difficult in states like California. So what's going to happen? All that downward pressure on the Social Security Administration, more taken out than putting in, something's going to have to give. And I think at the end of the day, at some point, some Congress is going to have to touch the political third rail of Social Security. And when they do, all hell is going to break loose.
So how can they say that this is going to be a tax that's going to be self-funded when they're not taking Social Security, any entitlements, they're not cutting them, they're not cutting our defense, they're not cutting anywhere, but yet they claim it's going to pay for itself. Yet not one analyst from Harvard to Wharton has come out and said, yes, this is going to pay for itself. Not one. So when they stand up there and say that, I want them to tell me how you're going to do it. You know what they say? Oh, because corporations are going to create more jobs now because we gave them the tax cut. They're going to take all that money, they're going to plow it into machinery and equipment, and it's going to increase productivity, and that raises wages. And my question is, wait a minute, just because I'm going to buy new machines doesn't mean I'm going to have productivity if my GDP stays at 2%.
Well, especially if those machines that you're buying are being imported from China.
Yeah, exactly. One good thing I like about it is that now you can write it off. We don't have it here, but if you have an industrial complex and you can now buy machinery, you can write it off in 1 year. That's terrific. No more.
Yeah, the change of the depreciation schedule is certainly, I think, going to help, and you know, you'll certainly see an increase. I think people are going to come in now and maybe replace older equipment. That'll be good. But yeah, the whole notion, I mean, Reagan referred to it as fuzzy math. I think in this case we refer to it as wishful thinking. That just because you decrease taxes, the natural assumption is somehow people are going to go out and start spending more money. I mean, look, if you recall that whole little bounce benefit that Bush did in attempting to, I'm going to send everybody a check. Yeah. And here's what happened. The people that didn't need the money put it in the bank. And the people that really needed the money, they didn't go out and buy more widgets. They paid off last month's credit card bill. So it had absolutely no impact on the economy whatsoever. It's back to wishful thinking.
In fact, there's a study that came out that I watched. It was funny. I was shocked myself that that people on Social Security spend more money, they contribute more to our economic growth than the 1 percentile.
Well, if you look just at the sheer numbers of how many of them there are, I can believe that, absolutely.
Yeah, and I was stunned when I saw that. But what I've told my members, my listeners today, and I've been saying all along, look, we can argue all day if it's a good tax cut, bad tax cut, if it's overall good, half good. It's going to show up, and it's going to take at least 18 months before we start seeing it because there's always a delay. When you change a tax rate, when you raise the rate, or you cut a rate, it's about an 18-month before you feel it in the economy. It's going to be the same thing here. But in the meantime, I feel I've never seen, since I've been in the stock market, such an opportunity. And I beg people every day on the air, I said, hey, sometimes you'll hear me talk about I think how bad this tax cut is, but don't listen to me. Listen to one thing. Make money now. You'll never, in the next 8 years, I know one thing about Trump, is that he's married the stock market. You've got to engage in the market. You're going to have if you missed this whole rally since 2008, the 270% rally, you got another shot at it. And because I'll tell you, even if the economy gets worse, he's going to use QE again. There's no question about it. He is just going to run this market as fast and as hard as he can.
Well, absolutely. I mean, he wants to take credit for this huge rally, and certainly to a great degree. I mean, listen, we we heard all the gloom and doom being predicted around the election cycle, that if Hillary Clinton won, this would happen. If Donald Trump won, that would happen. Most of them predicted, some degree of stability with the continuance of Democrat policies and upheaval if Trump got in, and instead just the opposite happened, and this market has absolutely skyrocketed. The real, I think, number that ought to put all of us back on our heels, especially for those that have been overly cautious, that maybe remember some of the downturns of, the bubble that we experienced in the dot-coms of the 1990s and things of that sort, and the early downturns in the early part of 2000, came off the experience of 2008 and said, I'm not going to let that happen to me again. And, by all rights, there were a lot of people with high exposure to equities that lost 35% of their portfolio. But now put that in perspective. At the low point of the market, which was in March of 2009, we saw the Dow at around 6,000 and change. Here we sit flirting with 25,000.
But he's breaking up.
That's over 400% increase in not even a decade. Those numbers are absolutely unbelievable. And anybody that sat on the sidelines all this whole time has lost an enormous amount of money. What's your take on this investigation right now? I mean, the FBI, it doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Well, it's difficult to tell. I mean, to begin with the appointment of Mueller, I think across the aisle, everybody said, hey, this guy's got a great track record. He has a long history of service to the country. He should be fair. He should be impartial. And so everybody, I think, felt very comfortable with the appointment of Robert Mueller. Now that some of the indictments are being handed down and some of the fancy footwork is kind of coming to the surface, people are getting a little bit uncomfortable. Do I think that this still rises to the level that Trump was colluding with Putin? I think that's ridiculous. I think that's wishful thinking. Did Paul Manafort have some close ties to certain Russian oligarchs? Yeah, I think that's been demonstrated. But that doesn't necessarily rise to the occasion that this is somehow a guilt by association and therefore the president ought to be impeached. I think that's ridiculous. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Happy New Year from all of us at philsgang.com.
Why don't you join my gang right now and do the new program I put in place just for you? People say, I just want to make money. I don't have time to do anything. You just go to my homepage, philsgang.com, and it says MV2 videos. And there's 3 videos I do during the day. We have it in the morning, in midday, and then in the afternoon. And we keep updating them, so you always know what to do.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Phil's Gang and Choice Trade are separate and unrelated companies. Choice Trade does not provide any investment advice or recommend or endorse any particular security or investment strategy. At philsgang.com, we're always striving to understand our members' needs. And for over 18 years, philsgang.com has met the goals to educate and inform investors how to make the most of your money and your choices. That's why Phil Grandy and philsgang.com has teamed up with Choice Trade, a leading online broker for stocks and options. Choice Trade has received 4 stars 6 times from Barron's in their annual survey of online brokers. Phil Grandy at philsgang.com recommends Choice Trade as your online broker. For more information on Phil's Gang and opening an account with Choice Trade, go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. You love the Phil's Gang radio show and Phil's commentary? Then you should check out the Phil's Gang website and view our free material. Join Phil's Gang for only $39.95 a month. If you're a seasoned investor or know nothing about investing in the stock market, but are interested in generating extra income or securing your financial future, go to philsgang.com and get daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market data, alerts, investing guidance, and stock recommendations. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com today. You love the Phil's Gang radio show and Phil's commentary? Then you should check out the Phil's Gang website and view our free material. Join Phil's Gang for only $39.95 a month. If you're a seasoned investor or know nothing about investing in the stock market, but are interested in generating extra income or securing your financial future, go to philsgang.com and get daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market data, alerts, investing guidance, and stock recommendations. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com today.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. This is a wonderful season. Please have a Merry Christmas, and don't forget to remember St. Jude Hospital.
And I really mean this sincerely. We've done a lot together, such amazing partners to us, and just promoting it and letting me come on. It's all part of the giving spirit to help kids around the country. And I know, as grateful as I am, I know how grateful the moms and dads are. So we can't thank you enough for giving us the time. You've always been a great supporter of ours.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang radio show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The economy is doing just great right now. The stock market's exploding.
The economy is absolutely booming.
The economic growth is really impressive.
We've had 2 quarters in a row of 3% growth.
You're seeing a rip-roaring economy right now.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang as I continue my conversation with my special guest, Craig Roberts. I just think it's a bad thing for the country, and I think it's just not good. And
it's certainly a distraction, Phil, and it's a distraction at a time when, yes, things are very encouraging in terms of the economy, but in terms of where things stand globally, we know how tenuous things are with countries like North Korea, and distracting the administration from dealing with real serious potential powder kegs out there and having to engage in some of this sideshow that's been going on. And if you want great entertainment, watch C-SPAN for a couple of hours during the hearings, and you'll be both amazed and shocked at the people that are sitting in Washington, D.C., allegedly representing us. So that said, I think it is not good for the country in terms of the distraction that it is presenting, which at the end of the day, I think they're going to determine that there's no real there.
Yeah, and I think that this destruction where they're just trying to come and do a coup or to impeach the president is so bad. I mean, it's just, we look like fools, number one. We look like a third-rate country. I mean, we don't do that here. And I just think this has got to stop. And I hope they get this thing done quickly, but it doesn't seem like it. You think they're going to appoint another special counsel?
I don't. I don't think that it would be in the best interest of anyone for Mueller to be dismissed. I don't think that there's any evidence to show that there's been any wrongdoing, although you have to wonder about some of the members of the investigative committee, the majority of whom all have credentials being very aggressive supporters of the Democrat Party. Now, maybe it could be argued that Mueller did that intentionally to make sure that it didn't appear as if he was working as a tool of the administration. But again, at the end of the day, there are, I think, some questions about the way some aspects of the investigation has been handled. But if they're waiting for some major smoking gun to come out, I don't think it's going to be there if the president says to his son-in-law, go work on Wall Street or go find a job on K Street. That might be a good idea at some point. But aside from that, it just serves as a distraction.
The economy is doing really well. What I think is what's in the stock market right now is what's going on in the economy.
I want to end with asking you. You got your hands out there every day. You know what's going on in San Francisco. You know the economy. Is the economy really improving for everybody in California?
The economy is doing just great right now. The stock market's exploding.
The economy is absolutely booming.
The economic growth is really impressive.
We've had 2 quarters in a row of 3% growth.
You're seeing a rip-roaring economy right now.
I mean, I can tell you back here in Florida, the answer is no.
Yeah, I'm going to answer that by saying yes, no, and maybe. Don't I sound like a reporter on CNN?
I just got to say now, I'm going to send you to Washington. Vote for Craig Roberts.
No, I think in all fairness, Phil, it really depends on where you're at. For example, here in the San Francisco Bay Area, boy, we have just seen this thing come roaring through. We've seen a massive spike in wages. We've seen the cost of housing absolutely skyrocket. I mean, it would be fair to say if housing goes up 4, 5, 6% per annum, we've been seeing 20, 30% increases in home values and housing costs here in the Bay Area every single year for about the last 5 years. If you bought low and you're in that position to eventually sell high, you've done real well. I think the challenge has been big parts of middle America have been left out of this. If you came in as a middle-income earner and have been able to kind of ride the wave of what's happened, particularly in the technology sector, you've done enormously well. If you have been traditionally a part of the labor pool of everything from retail business, we look at what's happened with big names, Sears, Kmart, Macy's, all in major trouble. In fact, there was one month, I think, during the month of October, 1,000 retail stores in 30 days closed across the country.
Wow.
So if you were part of that, if you're part of sort of the old big blue traditional manufacturing sector, you haven't done as well. I think that there are people then that have done better, people that have maintained the same, and those in the lower rung, particularly dependent upon where you're at in terms of the geography, there's where the pain has come in. I mean, for example, I can go back maybe 5 years ago when a 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch-style home here in the Bay Area would rent, on average, $1,800 to $2,200 a month. That same home today is now renting for anywhere between $2,800 to $3,600 a month.
Wow, wow.
And if you haven't seen the inflation of that catch up with your paycheck, you're having to make some tough decisions. Maybe the kids don't go to the fancy college. Maybe they don't go to college at all. Maybe the vacation overseas becomes a vacation down to Disneyland. Some tough choices are having to be made, and I think at the end of the day, again, my initial answer, yes, no, and maybe. Yes, some people have benefited, no, others haven't, and others, I think, are still kind of in that middle, we're doing okay, but any little hiccup here in the economy, especially if there's a major geopolitical event that puts downward pressure on the markets, could then hurt some people.
And I think as far as President Trump, I mean, I've known him for a while, and as a person, I mean, people don't, when you see him alone, you talk to him alone, like I've had the privilege over the years, he's a good guy. He really is, and he really wants to do what's right. But he has a tendency to think that all he has to do is keep surrounding himself with these geniuses. And unfortunately, his picks for who he's with now is just disturbing to me. And I don't know how it's all going to work out. But he's smart enough to catch it quick if he sees this thing turning bad on us.
Yeah, if anything, I think that can be said that the challenge of making the transition from being a corporate president to being the country's president.
Yeah.
That, if anything, has been difficult and challenging.
Yeah.
But listen, at the end of the day, there are other presidents that have done far, far worse in their first term.
You're right.
And so, I think we have to look at everything, big picture, on par.
You're right, and right now I'm pleased with it, and we just want him to succeed. And if these guys would just on the other side give him a chance, stop beating him up every day. My Lord.
Well, the one thing that needs to be said, the adults in the room need to realize. Look, maybe your party didn't win. Maybe that's not your guy in office or not your gal in office. But at the end of the day, like it or not, if you live on U.S. soil and you call yourself an American, he is still your president. And to wish that he fails is to wish that America fails. And nobody wins in that case. So I think we need to give him the benefit of the doubt. We're going to have a chance, if we're not happy with what's going on politically in Washington, D.C., to send a message during the midterm elections.
Yep.
And in 3 years' time, if we're not pleased with the performance, we have a chance to make a change at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But meanwhile, coming in, cutting a lot of the over-the-top regulations that we've had that's crippled business the way it has, giving a little bit of a tax break to Americans, bringing a little bit of parity back to, fairness in Washington, D.C., trying to, at least to some degree, to which it's possible, drain the swamp, as he said during the campaign, I think are things that all of us can applaud. I mean, let's face it, far too long this country has been crippled by partisan bickering and partisan politics and everybody trying to outmaneuver the next guy. And I think we need to get back to unity in our nation to recognize that, hey, if we don't stay united, one single event come along of some big geopolitical issue, get another 9/11 to happen, get another December 7th to happen, and this whole thing could go down in flames. So it's in our mutual best interest, I think, as Americans, Phil, to all be pulling together and to try to give people an opportunity to do their job.
And I couldn't have not ended this better, and there you are. Remember, vote for Craig Roberts. In 2018.
My campaign manager.
All right, Craig, listen, really appreciate what you do each year. To you and your family and all my Phil's Gang listeners, I want to wish you a happy and prosperous New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.